if you're an Xbox fan, you're probably thinking, hey, the one thing I can never be without enough of is quality first-party games, and you wouldn't be wrong. To be quite honest and to be quite clear, I love the fact that Microsoft has so many different games in development, and yes, they may have been a little bit too, I guess jump the gun-ish, if you want to get technical about it with some of them, but again, I've always pointed out this. We have been kind of a suffering group of fans for a while. Microsoft needed to announce some things. I think they probably were a little bit too, I guess, divulgative of what they were making. It's why I think last year was maybe the right approach, but they needed to be a little bit more clear on that beforehand. Now, this news right here, even better. I feel like Microsoft has so much working for the fans, going in their favor, and they have to do that, because guess what, every time there's something even the least bit negative, people are going to bring it up. We're going to see the media bring it up, games are going to bring it up, fanboys are going to bring it up. It's just always going to be something that's there. So to balance that out, you need really good stuff like this, which is clearly a really good bit of news, and I think this is going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to get into it. What's up, everybody? Crap Gamer here with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Slap that like button, give it an old slap-a-roo. I would appreciate it, and you know what? I would just appreciate each and every one of you. So yeah, thank you guys for always rocking out with me. It means a lot to me. Now, there's plenty of games, right? Microsoft has they're releasing Minecraft Legends, they released Ghostwire Tokyo, they released Hi-Fi Rush, they're going to release Redfall. Despite the news of the frame rate situation, Arcane has not really had a bad game, so it might not be something that you want to play right now, but I still think it's going to be regarded as a really good game when it launches, so we'll see about that. And now it looks like something leaked out, which I think sounds pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. It looks like new evidence suggests that Obsidian is working on something else besides The Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, a new unannounced game. So newly emerged evidence suggests that RPG veterans Obsidian Entertainment are presently working on an unannounced title. That's in addition to Avowed and The Outer Worlds 2, both of which were previously confirmed to be in development by the Microsoft-owned studio. Now, while neither Avowed nor Outer Worlds 2 have yet been given release date, the former is expected to hit the market sooner than the sequel to Obsidian's 2019 spacefaring RPG. Not just because the developer has yet to share any gameplay footage from The Outer Worlds 2, but also based on the recently surfaced rumors suggesting that Avowed is actually targeting an early 2024 release date. Both of these games are powered by Unreal Engine 4, as per the studio's previous disclosures, which shouldn't really come as much of a surprise. In the meantime, Obsidian is currently looking to add a senior Unity developer to its team, according to a newly surfaced job listing. The reason this suggests a third game is currently in the pipeline at the California-based company has to do with the nature of the posting, which explicitly labels the opening as contractual. Seeing how all of Obsidian's known upcoming games use Unreal Engine 5, a project-based opening for a Unity developer seems to imply the existence of at least one unannounced project. So, I would very much say, keep this with a grain of salt. But again, it wouldn't surprise me because Obsidian has many teams. Obviously, they had a small team working on Pentiment, a small team working on Grounded, a larger team working on Avowed, which, I'm fully expecting to see some Avowed this year at their Not E3 event. And, again, listen, I think that we're starting to see that kind of heat up. We're starting to hear, rumors of Avowed, rumors of Hellblade 2. So I think that we're going to definitely start to see some of these games kind of shake a leg out there and start to see just exactly kind of what's coming up. And I think that's a really good thing. That's a thing that has to happen. I'm looking forward to hearing new announcements from Microsoft, possibly this year, a few anyway, but even with that being said, I think I look at what Microsoft is doing and I say, well, they can announce some new things, but really clear some things out first, right? Like, we just got to be honest about that. You have to clear some of these other games out, and that's exactly what they have to be able to do, because guess what? I think that's just something that needs to be done, and that's something. So, again, this is just one of those things that take it with a grain of salt, but it does look like a third game is currently in the pipeline from the California-based company, and it has to do with the nature of the posting, which explicitly, like I said, says that it's contractual. The company's engine of choice also suggests this mysterious title maybe won't be a AAA experience, as Obsidian developed 5 Unity games to date, the most ambitious of one, which was Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, which released in 2018. Since then, the only other Unity-powered titles from the Fallout New Vegas developers was choose your own adventure game Pentiment. Unity's overall prowess is almost always attractive to non-AAA projects. The biggest exception to that rule was Hoyoverse's 2020 hit Genshin Impact, but that RPG had a mobile-first approach, which makes it an outlier as far as a big-budget game is concerned. Though Obsidian's genre pedigree implies this unannounced Unity title is an RPG, that is still not a given. Not least because the company started experimenting with other types of games not long after Microsoft acquired them in 2018. This was most recently underlined by the fact that neither of its 2022 releases were full-fledged role-playing games. While Pentiment certainly featured RPG elements, Grounded offered a unique twist on the survival genre, thus being a complete departure from Obsidian's MO. Now, given the studio's track record under its current ownership, it stands to reason that if upcoming Unity game exists, it's likely planned to be released on Xbox, and maybe Xbox One, who knows, which makes it another prospective platform candidate for the mysterious project. However, this may largely depend on when the game launches, as if the Xbox One is already approaching a decade old and the hardware was already years old at that point anyway. So yeah, to me it doesn't make sense to put anything on the Xbox One at this particular point, just because for the fun fact that I feel like obviously it's just very underpowered hardware even right from the start. So yeah, for me personally, I find this to be pretty good news. I'm excited to see what other games we can see from Microsoft when this comes about. Obviously, seeing something new from Obsidian would be pretty kick-ass. I love seeing new game announcements. I definitely don't mind that one bit. I think it's smart. I think you always got to have, that's always got to be something that realistically they continue to work on time and time again. So hopefully anyway, like Microsoft is doing some smart things. Are they going to be able to continue to do this and grow what they're trying to do? I think that's going to be, that's going to be a big problem in the future. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for it though. Love seeing them announce new things. Can't wait to see what the future has in store. That's going to be one of the things that Microsoft is going to be able to kind of work on. So I hope that they can work on it and continue to kind of hedge expectations with reality. But I hope reality is, we're getting a lot of games. That's the reality I want to live in. Let me know what you think. I'm going to link this in the description. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.